Hello and thank you for clicking on this channel. This is the Real Movie Podcast and I am A. And in this podcast, I'm going to talk about my top 5 favorite SNL cast members of all time. I'm doing this podcast because next week will be the season finale. I think it is the 45th, 46th, I don't know. But it's the season finale of this season of SNL, and that's why it reminded me to why not do a podcast on this matter and talk about my top 5 favorite SNL cast members of all time. And here we go. Number 5, we have Cecilia Strong. She's still active on SNL and she still does sketches, and in my opinion she is one of the most talented actresses, comedians of all time. I'm not saying only on SNL, I'm saying of all time. It doesn't matter she's on what sketch, she just steals the show every time she talks, every time she does something. In my opinion, she's superbly talented and I always laugh when she's on. I mean, I expect so many things from her every time she pops on the screen. Physical comedy, I expect change in the voice, especially if you've seen the sketch where she plays a British woman named Gemma. Although I'm not really a fan of these new cast members of SNL, I don't really connect with them. I don't like many of them. But seeing Cecilia Strong still on SNL is really good. And it is really funny for me. Number 4, we have Rachel Dretch. Why do I love Rachel Dretch? It's only because of one and only one thing, and it is a sketch called Debbie Downer. She is so funny in that sketch that I really have no idea how they get through the scenes. I really don't know how they can record this and how they can play this sketch. Debbie Downer is by far one of the best sketches on SNL, and Rachel Dretch does a great job at bringing this character to life. Because I'm not American and I don't watch SNL that much, it's been like 2 years that I'm watching SNL specifically on YouTube, and I really love the next generation after Rachel Dretch. I don't like that generation because I think the jokes are not for me, at least. I think they're not that funny. But Debbie Downer with Rachel Dretch is and will be one of the funniest things on SNL that I will ever watch in my entire life. Number 3, we have Kristen Wiig. What can I say about Kristen Wiig? She is a comedy god, in my opinion. She is so great. She does so many sketches. She has so many characters. She changes her voice in a blink of an eye. She just fits into every character that she is in, and she's funny in every single one of them. My favorite sketches of Kristen Wiig, of course, there are like too many that comes up to my mind, but I love Target Lady. I love Tatiana, that sexy weird girl who does weird stuff. And of course, my favorite one of Kristen Wiig's characters is Gilly, and Gilly is extremely funny. What are sketches of Kristen Wiig I can say? I don't remember the name of the character, but there's a character that she plays that she can't hold a secret. As I go on, I can't stop because I love her so much in every character. And yeah, that's my number 3. Number 2, we have the lovely Fred Armisen. Seriously, Fred Armisen is one of those characters, one of those guys that I really look forward to meet in real life one day. Sends out this vibe of being extremely cool, extremely funny. It is one of the worst ideas to listen to someone blind. I mean, not to think about stuff and just do what they are telling. And I think Fred Armisen is one of those people that I will listen. He has just a superbly calming voice, a calming sound, a calming presence, and he's a great actor as well. He's a great comedian. In sketches that I love him so much. First of all, he does so many impressions and I love his impressions, especially impression of Barack Obama. I love Fred Armisen and of course Kristen Wiig, and my number 1 that I'm going to talk about in the sketch Californians. Fred Armisen does a great duo with Kristen Wiig, with that singing lady. They're a duet and they don't prepare anything. I think Fred Armisen is extremely funny, and he is and he will be, if not the most, but one of the most talented comedians that ever stepped foot on SNL. Number 1, my favorite comedian actor of SNL, and he's one of my top 3 comedians of all time, in my opinion. He is extremely talented, with the one and only Bill Hader. I love Bill Hader so much that Bill Hader was the reason that I started watching SNL. I don't know what movie of Bill Hader I watched, but I looked at the end of the movie to see what was this character's name, this character's actor, and I saw Bill Hader and I started searching on YouTube, and that's when I found SNL and I started watching SNL, and I saw how talented he is. If I wanted to list the characters that he plays, it will never end. I mean, he is mostly known as Stefan on Weekend Updates, where he tells people where to go in New York. He's mostly known for that, but he has done many things. He is a king of impressions. He is a great actor as well. Now he has Barry on, and I will make a podcast about Barry because it is one of my favorite shows on HBO, and he's just superbly talented. My list, number 1, 2, 3, this trio in my opinion is one of, if not the best, is one of the best trios of SNL of all time. They are superbly good together. They have so many common sketches together. I mean, we have Kissing Family, we have Californians, and so many other sketches that they are together, and every single sketch with them is extremely funny. And what is really good about these three guys is that even if they laugh, I can say that about, of course, Cecilia Strong and Rachel Dretch. Even if they laugh, it is still superbly funny. Yeah, here's my list. These were the top 5 favorite SNL cast members of all time. Of course, it's for me. It was really difficult for me to make a list. Number 1 was not hard at all because it will forever be by Bill Hader. He is just the best. But the other 4, it was really challenging for me to list them. I have so many other characters. I love so many other cast members of SNL. They're not the only 5. I love Bobby Moynihan, who is extremely underrated. I love Kate McKinnon, who is, of course, she's a king now on SNL, and so many other characters. But these 5 are extremely lovable for me. And yeah, that's my list. So who is your favorite cast member on SNL? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this podcast if you liked it. And yeah, that's it. Thanks.